Hey everyone, perhaps you can tell me the difference between the various types of blockchain, whether it's public, private, or hybrid. If not, don't worry, we're going to go over it a bit today. For those of you that are experts at this, obviously you won't be needing to listen to this, but for many of us, it's something that we're not really certain about or we haven't heard much about, so it's pretty interesting. Um, Hi, I'm John Harris, and welcome to another episode of Exponential Radio, and we're talking all things blockchain. And we've been doing a couple. We've done one already, an introduction to demystify the blockchain, and now we're doing a little bit more, and we will go on to various aspects within the blockchain to give you more information. So just as a sort of a recap there, the blockchain, is made up of blocks, chains of blocks, and within a network, and groups are related with data that have varying levels of accessibility. So you'll have public, which is obviously anyone can join. You have private, which is for specific members, and you'll have a hybrid, which is a blend of both. So it's important because if you get more complex situations, logistics or manufacturing, where you need various parties having access, but some having specific access, then this can be very useful on a hybrid, for example. So let's just look at this in a little bit more explanation in something like a party, a beach party, down on the beach or in somebody's garden on the beach, and it's a neighborhood party and the public's invited. Anyone who goes walking past can pop in. So this is a party with no fences. Anyone can join, and they can be part of that validating and a recording of transactions, part of that whole process. This is useful in scenarios where you want many people to join, but you still want non-access to people outside of that network, let's put it that way. When we get to private blockchain, you're looking at VIP, a backyard type party, and here you have a special invite only. Okay, you've got a bouncer at the door. So it's controlled access, and what happens is those selected can do transactions, and it's within that closed network. So it's for privacy, it's for very specific things. In the financial world, a lot of them will have very specific things that are specific for a person or a group of people. It needs that privacy. And then you have a hybrid, as I mentioned, which is kind of a blend of both. And it's open areas for public, but it also has those specific VIP sections we spoke about. So those can be for specific members. So there's general openness, but those private transactions, can be maintained and only members can get to them. So as I mentioned, if you have something like a logistics, there's specific things where you want only certain people to get part of it, and others where you want a whole lot of parties to be have access to it. Let's just take a company, for example, an electronic manufacturer, and see how some of this can work for them. So you could use a hybrid model here, and you'd have proprietary protection for any data or design work, but you'll also have it so it can be scalable, that it can, as the business grows or it becomes more complex, it is scalable. And it's a seamless with interoperability, which is important when you get to different stakeholders. And what that means is most of these softwares work within silos. You may well know that whether you're in the travel industry or whatever, you'll have booking systems, accounting, all these different systems, and then they're within silos, and you have to kind of get documentation across to each other physically or manually or re-input. And here you don't. So what it means is it can go across different silos and interconnect them. Protecting data is within this context of this manufacturing is important. As I mentioned, you might have proprietary designs you need protected, and this hybrid model can be set up to do that. You have supplier contracts, specific contracts that kick in with automated signals. With that private blockchain, and you have perhaps recording and sharing of specific information that's very important for you to get to only specific people. This can all be done on an automated process, and that's where the secret of the success comes in with the blockchain, how powerful it is. And these will go out to those trusted partners. Other than that, within this manufacturing company, you might want this collaboration. We talked about interoperability, and so you might have different suppliers that need to be connected to you. and some to them together as well. Logistics suppliers, distributors across that network. You need to be able to scale, as I mentioned, both vertically and horizontally, and there may be a lot of regulation that needs to be adhered to. So, as I mentioned, these have the ability to have smart contracts that can kick in and make sure a specific regulation is adhered to. So this is very powerful when it comes to automating. And as you understand, when you're dealing with big data in a very complex world, a lot of this is being automated, and it makes it immutable. It still gives it security, but it also can be transparent to specific people at specific times under specific conditions. And that is the power of it. A lot of the AI and things coming in is the ability to automate processes, where it's really powerful, to take it out of the hands of people making mistakes, corruption, etc., etc. So that's a little bit more about blockchain today. Next time we'll dive into another portion of the blockchain and some other aspects. And this is all for you to think about, perhaps within your business or perhaps within your career, or just to know in general. And you can get some of back episodes on johnarthurharris.blogspot.com and pop in there and you listen to other episodes. We'll see you next time.